The Jazz looking to take charge here at home. Home as we bring it to you live on 2K Sports from Salt Lake City, Utah. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. The Detroit Pistons come into this one following a loss, guys, to the Clippers. Pass to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
James looking it over. 5 on the clock. LeBron James on the wing. Bogdanovich wide open. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. These two teams, Doris, proficient at generating points through the post, down low, something that's become more and more difficult, it seems, in this league.
It's true, Kevin. The back-to-the-basket center that you play through is a rarity in today's NBA, and I think one of the things the league has got to be mindful of is cleaning up the post play, not allowing players who are big and physical and strong to be beaten on in the post the way they used to let Shaquille O'Neal be beaten on. If you've got a back-to-the-basket skilled center like a Joel Embiid, you should be able to play through him and showcase his skill set. And
as you know, it's so hard to officiate a big player. You mentioned O'Neal. He's got to be the most difficult guy to try to officiate.
That's exactly right. His strength is just imposing.
Pass to George. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Anthony trying to get open. Iguodala no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of this game. He's off on the first.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Now here's Iguodala. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. No good from outside. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Utah. Pass to Connaughton. Back to LeBron. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And it's 6 points for Bojan Bogdanovich.
Boy, you love to see Bogdanovich stroke that deep ball. What an accomplished scorer from distance.
And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Iguodala with the steal. And now Iguodala running the floor all by himself.
Iguodala, such a great defender, uses that wingspan to rip the basketball away from the opponent. Nice.
Now here's James. And he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. LeBron James on the wing. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Here's Anthony. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, mark of a great offensive player, gets to the free throw line a ton, and that's Carmelo Anthony right there amongst the career leaders in free throws made. Well, you think about a guy like Carmelo Anthony, who had for the entirety of his career been the franchise player. But since leaving New York, he's been more than willing to accept that supporting role.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And Carmelo has made it as far as the Western Conference Finals. Never a trip to the finals or certainly a title. Is he Hall of Fame material, Doris?
In my estimation, Carmelo Anthony will be in the Hall of Fame. He's got 3 gold medals with the United States national team. And he is going to go down as one of the great one-on-one scorers in the history of the NBA. We are talking about a guy who, against elite defensive players, night after night, delivered. Well, he's a guy that can adapt and adjust to any defense he's up against. It's really something to watch.
Count it.
Excellent offensive positioning from Paul George. Size, length, touch. Beautiful.
LeBron with it. George picks him up. Nice ball movement by Utah. Back to Collison. On the wing, James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. Ibaka looking for an opening. Paul George with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. And it's George finishing it off.
Now, Kevin, terrific activity from Paul George. Sticks his long arms in and mucks up the passing lanes.
And they double up James. Ibaka outside. Back to James. Pass to Lyles. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Lyles got his first 2 points of the night.
I'll tell you, it was the sharp passing that led to that shot. Terrific teamwork.
3 shots good by Iguodala.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now here's James. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Wiggins. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovic.
Well, it's an excellent make, plus the foul, and that's the assertiveness everyone wants to see from the young guy, Wiggins.
And Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
Here are the Pistons with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run.
He was tracking that shot the whole way. No chance LeBron was letting that get to the rim.
To the paint. Stolen by Bamba. To the paint.
Whoa! Oh, Kevin, that is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
James with a deep 3. Paul George, he's been the guy making things. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, what do you think so far from what we've seen from the Pistons?
I mean, so far that they're not settling for outside shots, really attacking the paint.
I think that's what you've got to do, right? If the looks on the interior are there, you have got to attack.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Here's LeBron. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
outstanding take to the rack by LeBron, always looking to get to the charity stripe. You know, I think, guys, what's amazing to me is LeBron has been in his prime for over a decade at this point. And we all kind of keep waiting for Father Time to catch up. But who knows when that's going to happen.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Here's Connaughton. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Boy, Kev, those are the instincts of LeBron James that we're witnessing. Just terrific at sensing when the defense has left one of his guys open.
And Doris, normally players LeBron's age start to decline, but it isn't happening.
Yeah, Kev, I mean, LeBron said he wants to be the player to break the mold and dominate into his late 30s. Listen, he wants to play with his oldest son, so we'll see what happens. The initial miss was the best thing that could have happened to them. He was in absolutely perfect position for the putback.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other." Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you. And a first time out of the game called for Utah. We now have rules, Doris, that protect shooters from defenders stepping underneath them. But what about when the defender leaves his feet and the offensive player steps underneath and tries to draw the foul?
Well, I think one of the things that we have to look at is, okay, we certainly do not want the defender to have unnatural movements which place him underneath the feet of the shooter, because that's where injuries can happen. On the other side of the equation, and this has become problematic to me, you see far too many shooters either jump unnaturally outside of what should be a straight up and down shooting motion, or guys who kick their legs sideways in an attempt to draw contact and fall over. But Kev, this is where officiating is about feel, touch, and vision.
And Utah has possession. After the basket by Detroit. Count that bucket.
I love to see LeBron James work hard to get his teammates going. This guy is focused on everyone feeling good.
Iguodala wide open. No good from outside. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Utah. Trailing by 10. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Utah.
Now, you have got to give Paul George so much respect. He's just amazing at drawing contact when he's shooting.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Jazz trail by 12. Now here's LeBron. Here's O'Neal. LeBron outside. 6 on the shot clock. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Ilyasova hits the bucket. And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. I mean, he just takes great pride in being a complete player.
Well, I'll tell you, you don't want to let Darren Collison get going from there. The mid-range is one of his favorite spots.
To the inside.
How about the a sharp steal and then run out. It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Yeah, a big change of possession in a tight ball game. We'll see if they've seized the momentum. Well, obviously, it's been an off night for him offensively, but give his teammates credit. They've bailed him out. He's still got time to turn it around.
1:44 left in the first half. Outside, George. Back to Iguodala for the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Iguodala's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, Iguodala gets himself squared up before shooting. You can't give him that kind of space. You know, I think casual fans of the NBA probably wonder what makes LeBron so good. And you look at some of the attributes he has physically, the size, the strength, the quickness. But to me, it's as much about his pursuit of greatness and the commitment year-round to excelling and building his skills. He's truly a seminal player in NBA history.
Here's Iguodala after the basket by Utah. And good that time.
Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off the other players right now with how well he's shooting it.
In the corner, O'Neal with it. Offline with his three. Pistons leading by 7. In the corner, Iguodala with it. And another three for Detroit.
I tell you, get the feeling he's only going to get better as this game wears on. That first quarter was good. The second quarter has been great.
Here's Ajinça. Kicks it out to LeBron. No good that time. Excellent D there from George. Here's Iguodala. Back to Anthony. Outside, George. Pass to Iguodala. And here's George. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter.
And so it's Detroit. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Here is Ibaka. Nice ball movement by Utah. Out left to the wing. Ilyasova inside the line.
And he just takes pleasure in shutting his man down. I love seeing Bamba work this hard on that end of the floor.
Jazz trailed by 12. Doris, you've covered the NBA and the Jazz for so long. Just how much does this team mean to its community?
Well, this is one of the great environments in the entire NBA. Jazz fans are diehard. They're loud and they're proud. And I'll tell you, as the only pro team in the state, it's no wonder.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, no hesitation from Bogdanovich in the catch-and-shoot situation. Beautiful.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Ibaka outside. Back to James. Pass to Connaughton. For three. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Uncovered. Again, the Pistons score.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Pass to Ilyasova. Back to LeBron. That's good on the jump shot. James has got 7 points in the game.
LeBron was anticipating that catch and shoot. Nicely done. Well, that's just taking your eyes off the target before releasing the pass. Very careless.
Down low, Ilyasova. And that one drops for him. Ilyasova's got his second bucket of the game to go. Iguodala, right side. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, Kev, we know Andre Iguodala has proven himself a capable three-point shooter. You've got to show him a measure of respect.
In the corner, Ibaka with it. Pass to Connaughton. Down low. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, a high percentage scorer with a great shot selection. Ibaka knows when to send it home.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Back to Iguodala. Inside. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Well, what a great look by Andre Iguodala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
Three-pointer. And another three for Detroit.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Doris, who are some of the players you watch that get stronger as the game goes on? They're not cut down by fatigue and still have that energy, something left in the tank.
Those guys who show me superhuman strength a la Kevin Harlan. Those guys who come to mind, LeBron James, that's a bad man. It doesn't matter if it's the first minute or the 48th minute. Russell Westbrook is indefatigable. His stamina and his ability to dominate in triple overtime once is absolutely incredible. And then what did we see from Anthony Davis when Boogie Cousins went down? A man who for 48 minutes on both ends is a problem. Those three men, Kev.
Endless energy. Just 5 to shoot. A three ball. Again, Iguodala missing. Jazz trailed by 15. Connaughton. James outside. And George. Gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Boy, plenty of time left in the clock. He needs to keep his poise. That's his 4th foul now.
And the Jazz call time here. And for the most part, when Bogdanovich is out on the floor, he's there to do one thing, shoot.
Man, I tell you what, when you can shoot like that, that's all you need to do. Great catch-and-shoot player who can stretch the defense. You cannot leave him alone, and really his presence frees up so much for his teammates on the floor.
Knocks it loose. Leonard with the steal. They get the rebound. The kick out to Matthews. Good on the three-point shot. Matthews has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Lynn. They can't stop the run with that one. Detroit leading by 18. Leonard on the wing. Buries it down low. Leonard's got his first points of the game.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Good on the triple. O'Neal's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, we know this. Jeremy Lin knows how to run an offense. His ability to find the open man, uncanny.
And Leonard gets it to go. Jazz trailed by 19. Outside, Lynn. Banked in off the glass.
You have to enjoy watching Jeremy Lin work the pick and roll. This guy totally loses the defense with his quick decision making.
Jackson with it, and it's Lin picking him up. Leonard with no one around. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Utah calls timeout.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
And so Lin will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. 19-point game. Takes a shot at the elbow. 2 points. That one goes. Lin's got 4 points this quarter. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
Andre Iguodala got it cooking a little bit tonight. He never takes bad shots, and it's paid off.
3 seconds left. Got it up. Off on that one. And so is Detroit with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. Back to the action after this word. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. That one goes. Count it. George has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Pistons. Ibaka outside. Utah the rebound. James. He gets that one.
What a pleasure to watch LeBron James get after it on the backboards. The frame is incredible. His strength off the charts. Good luck.
Iguodala, no good. Jazz trailed by 19. Stolen by George. Beyond the arc. They get it back. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's Connaughton. Rebound by the Pistons.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
From D, Ilyasova. And Bamba pulls it down.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
George, no good.
That's just superb interior defense, not allowing him a free run to the rim.
LeBron outside. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Shot's good by Ibaka. And with Bamba, in addition to his crazy length, you also get a player who's extremely smart.
How about getting scholarship offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard? You can see him thinking on the court. He's deliberate in the things that he does. Bright future ahead for him.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
You love that they're making their presence felt on the defensive end. You can't afford to be careless with this team.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. Here's Collison. Jazz passing it around. And that one drops. That's now 8 points for Serge Ibaka.
You simply cannot let Serge Ibaka get into a rhythm from that range. His mid-range is as good as it gets.
The shot by Iguodala. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Jazz trailed by 21. Utah calls timeout. And the league last season, Doris, looking to tighten up on the traveling calls You think that's a move in a positive direction and it's had a good effect?
Well, Kevin, I'm sure you agree with this. We want to see if there's a traveling violation, it should be called.
Yes.
We have given the offensive players enough advantages, and by that I mean we've made it less physical on the perimeter. You know, we've allowed for freedom of movement, and so I think anytime you learn from a kid, listen, if you pick up that pivot foot, it's a travel. In the past, I thought a lot were missed. What's your take on it, Kevin?
I like what you said, and even more for the younger kids who are learning the game, they got to play the right way. It's got to be called.
That's right.
Back to LeBron. Pass to Wiles. Shot clock at 6. Out to the wing. Let's go. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Well, the defense trying to get out on him, but he's left with the open shot. He's got to make that one.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
It's just so great to see ball movement like this, and he is excellent at getting his teammates involved.
And that one's good, James.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
From deep, Iguodala. He can't hit that time. So Utah will take it the other way. Pass to Wiles. James with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up to the right side. James outside. LeBron with another miss.
Oh, great job on the closeout, providing a lot of good D on the perimeter.
Well, that's a superb effort on the defensive end. You don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
And the dunk by James.
You could see it in LeBron's eyes. He will not be denied on that drive.
Oh!
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Here's Connaughton. Offensive rebound. The kick out to LeBron. From downtown. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pistons.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Paul George.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Ibaka, wide open, he fires. That shot, no good. And the Pistons now going the other way. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
The raw talent Bamba has, just so impressive. A shot-blocking specialist who also makes an impact on the offensive end.
It's stolen by Anthony. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the dunk by Bamba.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
Outside, George. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team